So I was saying that I feel like I've learned to adapt is how in life you have seasons. If you learn how to understand and accept that you're going through a period of time and it's not going to last forever,
Mm-hmm.
it's usually for a purpose to teach you something, to grow you, to prepare you, then you learn how to be okay when you're going through it. And I think talking through it with you taught me how to open my mouth and like share. A lot of times I hold things in just because you think nobody wants to really hear what you're going through because everybody has their own stuff they're dealing with. So
Mm-hmm.
I think the difference now versus when we first started is I feel like I can be more vulnerable
Mm-hmm.
and I can share more. I can like open myself up and really let people know how I feel, but not in a mean way, but in a nice way,
Yeah.
you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nice. So yeah, second question.
I think what I when we started this was I knew I needed to focus on overall like wellness for myself. Last year was rough. Like I had a really really hard 2021.
Mm-hmm.
I was very sick. And this year I was determined that I was gonna get better and be well. So when you and I first started, it wasn't long after that I started this new weight loss program
Mm-hmm.
and I became really focused and dedicated. And it was just part of those things that you had me thinking about, like trying to get better.
Mm-hmm.
And I realized how important last year when I was sick, I realized there was no amount of money that you could spend to
Yeah.
get well.
Yeah.
If when you're sick, you're sick. When I said if God brought me out of that, I was going to be on a mission to
Mm-hmm.
take care of myself and like be an example to my family. So I think that's what I'm most proud of is losing almost 30 pounds since you and I have met
Mm-hmm.
and really focused on my fitness and my weight loss journey.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm
Yeah.
proud of that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Me too. Yeah, that's huge.
I think when you told me about meditating,
Mm-hmm.
I had never
Mm-hmm.
ever considered like meditation.
Mm.
And for me, I honestly, I used to think meditation was weird, like, you know, but I've learned sometimes meditation is just simply just going somewhere and being alone. You don't necessarily have to have anything that you're focused on or doing. It's just being quiet.
Mm-hmm.
So, I've another part of my wellness journey has been finding time to just sit still
Yeah.
and be quiet, have some time by myself and like not feel guilty about it.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yeah.
it used to be, as a working mom, you tend to feel guilty when you want to go and take time for yourself. But
Mm-hmm.
it's helped me to be a better mom, better wife, because I've learned how to kind of meditate in my own way. So
Wow.
I think that was one of my aha moments was you introducing me to the idea of meditating and it not being weird,
Yeah.
One of the things that I am working on a lot with my family in particular, in my family, we have a lot of passive aggressiveness
Mm-hmm.
with my siblings, my
Yeah.
mom. And one of the things that this Better Up coaching has helped me with is, like I said earlier, just communicating more.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of just accepting how things are in our family,
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually starting to approach them and have conversations, those tough conversations about you said something, this is how it made me feel.
Mm-hmm.
You hurt my feelings when you did, you know,
Mm-hmm.
as a matter of fact, just yesterday, I reached out to my sister because we had a kind of a thing
Mm.
last week and it bothered me. And I hadn't talked to her since then and she hadn't talked to me. But I reached out to her. I was the first one. I said, sometimes I'm trying to learn. I'm in this coaching thing and I'm really trying to learn how to communicate better, not with just you, but with the family in general. Because we have a norm in our family is we kind of like just conceal how we really feel. We don't really open up and we don't share. We'll walk around mad.
Oh.
And then that becomes kind of passive aggressive.
Yeah.
And so I said, I'm not doing that anymore. That it's time for us to break that habit in our family. It's a bad habit.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you don't change that, you continue to support and enable these bad behaviors.
Yeah.
And I just said, I'm not doing that anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been making steps towards, making sure that I maintain that and I don't keep going back into these bad behaviors of, suppressing how I'm feeling, not openly communicating, not sharing, not really letting people know when they hurt my feelings, and also inviting them to tell me when
Yeah.
I've hurt their feelings,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm sure there's times when I make people mad too. So
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. We do that all the time. Yeah.
yeah,
Unintentionally.
I don't think that we're ever finished learning and
Yeah.
growing.
Yeah.
So to say that I feel there's any part of it that's incomplete, no. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like we have to continue to keep ourselves open to the possibility of getting better
Mm-hmm.
every day.
Yeah.
And that means mind, body, spirit, that means everything.
Mm-hmm.
That means reaching out for help when you think you need it. I think even though our session technically comes to an end today,
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like it's incomplete,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
because
Yeah.
I know the tools that you've given me, I have to keep using them
Yeah.
and continue to get better. I
Mm-hmm.
don't think it's incomplete. This is
Nice.
good. I needed this. This was a time in my life where I felt my supervisor recommended me do this coach. I didn't even do this program. And when he told me about it, I honestly thought, Viva, I said, this is just another thing to add to my plate. I'm busy. I don't have the time, but you
Mm-hmm.
know what? You learn, you have to make time to make yourself better.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because if you're not better and you're not well, you're no good for no one else.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
this is important. Like me setting aside this half an hour every other week
Mm-hmm.
has been good. You've been a great sounding board. It's good to be able to like let things out
Mm-hmm.
and roll off so that I won't have to keep forcing my husband to listen to me. You listen to me.
Yeah.
I've walked away with some things I know I need to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you've talked to me about the whole recipes and potentially writing a recipe book, or just different things that I know that are in my bucket list of stuff that I need to do.
Mm-hmm.
So
Nice.
I'm just getting started.
Wow. Wow. No,
Yeah.
I'm so happy with your progress, Daisy, and your commitment and your dedication. And so it was a pleasure. So let me just stop this recording, and we
Okay.
can talk about a few things.